So I began recording this late since I didn't think there would be anything to record. At this point, a Rudy had left, and they took a med. Me and Sprout got upset, but I brushed it off when he left. JST some background info. Cosmo is a distractor and wouldn't take any heals. So here's when I started to get a little annoyed at Cosmo for getting in the way. I know Cosmo is a toon with high stealth, but when PPL get nearby, I get nervous. Especially with this Cosmo. This Cosmo kept running into things thinking that I would continue. I think they were trying to get the twisted. I decided to tell them that I had distracting covered, and I kinda felt bad afterwards, but luckily they stopped. This is around the time when one of the Yattas took a band and Sprout got upset. So Sprout notices the band and Cosmo never cares. So it stays there 'cause I never pick it up either. When panic mode began, I went to go get the band, but it wasn't there. I assumed Cosmo took it, so I shrugged it off and went to L. Remember how I said Cosmo stopped? Well, I was dumb and assumed again. I had a heart attack when they came. I waited for Cosmo to get in L and was so scared I wouldn't make it. This is when I saw Sprout say Yatta took a band. I didn't care, and I didn't say OMG due to that. Sprout started to get pissed a little, but I didn't care. They were saying all this evidence and stuff, and I understood what they meant. It was up to the point where I started to get annoyed and just replied with okay, okay, okay. Then the Yatta who took the band told us what had happened, but Sprout didn't buy it, and I kinda didn't believe them. The Sprout was still upset and replied very rudely. Completely off topic, but I think Poppy teleports. When Sprout said this time, I immediately started cackling in my insides. I guess at the time, I was super annoyed. I went after cause I had to give my grandmother a gift. A while later, Cosmo finds a med. I mentioned earlier that they wouldn't take any heals because they were a distractor. At the time I didn't know, so I told them to take it. They said no and I was completely confused and baffled. Heals are mostly mean for toons like Cosmo. If you're going to play as Cosmo, at least play as him for the support he was meant for. If you want to distract, play as another toon who isn't meant to heal. Anyways, I ask why they won't, and Sprout gets upset. Cosmo didn't care that we might need heals, so he replies rudely. Since they wouldn't take it, I immediately said that I would since I was distracting. If you're going to act concerned to who took it, why won't you? Then, Sprout starts to interrogate everyone who hasn't replied that they took the med. This Sprout, if you're out there, we still get use. It's just not the same since we have to hearts. Since I knew Cosmo wouldn't take it, I just went for it. I tell everyone that I found MedBC, why not? I think Cosmo thought I took med last floor when I didn't. After I got hit and used my med, Sprout thought I had lied about not having the med, which I think is kinda dumb. If he had looked at chat and put the clues together, they would have known I had gotten hit and didn't use a med. I had to explain to them what had happened. That's my experience. Bye everyone, see you in the next vid.